Dear all, welcome to the playlist of High Voltage Engineering. In this session, I will be discussing about the general testing on a dielectric material or an insulating material. What are the different procedures which are applicable for general insulation testing? Before explaining various type of testing procedure, let me ask one question. Why testing is required? What is the importance of testing? Let us understand why we are conducting the testing. The first point is to check the design features of the given dielectric test piece or an insulation material. In the industrial outlet, we are having the lot of insulation material. We are going to check the design are perfect or not. Is there any issue regarding the design or not? Then to check the quality of test piece. Quality wise, whether the insulation materials are fine or not. Then to check life expectancy, in the sense how long it can be used, how long the insulation material can be used for real-time application. Then to check the mechanical rigidity or mechanical strength, whether the given material is mechanically strong or not. These are the few checklists regarding why testing is required. Okay, now let us understand what are the various testing procedures are applicable for a given insulation material. In general, there are two types of testing procedure. The first one is the power frequency test and the second one is impulse test. All the insulators are tested for both categories. These are required. If I talk about power frequency test, there are different subsegments. Let us move on different type of subsegment of power frequency test. First one is dry and wet flashover test and second one is wet and dry insulation test. The duration specified for the test is minimum of 1 minute. If I talk about impulse test, it is having different sub-classification like impulse withstand voltage test, then impulse flashover test and pollution test. These are the three procedures comes under impulse test. First of all, I would like to discuss about power frequency test. Regarding power frequency test, the first procedure is dry and wet flashover test. First of all, you need to generate the standard high voltage AC. Thereafter, you need to increase the 2% of magnitude. Then you have to apply to the particular test object. I mean, initially you need to generate standard AC voltage. Standard high voltage AC has to be generated. That has to be applied over the test piece. Afterwards, 2% of magnitude has to be increased. For example, I am going to produce 600 volt. So I need to increase 2% of 600 volt. Then I need to apply on the given test piece. Check anything is happening over the material. Is there any breakdown is taken place or not? If the test is conducted without any rain or precipitation, then it is known as dry flashover test. Okay, so that observation need to be made. On the opposite hand, if you are conducting this test under the presence of any moisture or rain, that is known as wet flashover test. So both the procedure has to be done. That comes under dry and wet flashover test. Regarding the second procedure, wet and dry withstand test. Let us understand how we are going to make out wet and dry withstand test. In this test, the voltage specified in the relevant specification is applied under dry or wet condition for a period of 1 minute. That's a minimal duration with an insulator mounted on the service condition. The test piece should be withstand for that particular voltage. Then we can say that the given test piece is perfectly fine. Else we need to go for new one. We can reject that particular test piece. So that is regarding wet and dry withstand test. I would like to discuss the second category, that is impulse test. The main thing is we need an impulse generator. By using impulse generator, you can produce impulse waveform. You can adjust wavefront and wavetail by using the particular resistance. I already explained what do you mean by impulse generator in my previous sessions. The first procedure for conducting impulse test is impulse withstand voltage test. Let us understand what do you mean by impulse withstand voltage test. This test is done by applying standard impulse voltage of specified value under dry condition with the positive and negative polarity. You need to generate standard impulse voltage by using impulse generator. Afterwards, you need to change the polarity like positive and negative polarity. That has to be applied over a given test material. You are supposed to produce 5 consecutive waves and that should be passed over the test piece. Then you can make the observation. If I talk about solid dielectric test piece, no puncture should be observed. When I talk about liquid and gaseous dielectric material, there should not be any observation regarding flashover. So if such conditions observed, we can say that the quality of test piece is perfectly fine. Else you need to reject the quality of test piece. So this is regarding impulse withstand voltage test. We need at least one impulse generator to produce 5 consecutive waveform with a positive and negative polarity. That is regarding impulse withstand voltage test. The second procedure of impulse test is impulse flashover test. Let us understand how to conduct impulse flashover test. Test is done under specified voltage that you can decide that what type of particular voltage you need to generate and that has to be applied. Adjust the voltage for the exact 50% of flashover value. You have already familiar the basic definition terminology. What do you mean by 50% flashover voltage? That I already explained. You can refer my previous video. Make sure that the insulation surface should not be damaged. No abnormality should be observed. If any abnormality found out, directly you can reject the test piece. So that is regarding impulse flashover test. Now I would like to discuss about the third category, that is pollution testing. What do you mean by pollution testing? You need to create an artificial pollution environment that you can call salt fog test. Pollution testing is also known as salt fog test. Why? Because all the appliances, high voltage appliances, that will be kept outside. For example, circuit breaker, isolators, then lighting arrestor, distribution transformers. All those things will be usually kept at the yard. So we need to make sure that those insulation should be resisted over those kind of polluted environment. Because of pollution or because of dust particle, no dielectric breakdown should be taken place over the insulation piece. That is the intention of conducting pollution testing. I hope you are getting my point. So first of all, you have to create an artificial pollution environment. The duration of test is almost 1 hour. So you have to maintain almost 1 hour. The test piece should be maintained under the pollution environment for 1 hour. Make sure that no observation should be taken place. So this is regarding the third part of impulse testing. So we have found out the general testing procedure over the insulation material. First one is power frequency testing and second procedure is impulse testing. These are the general procedure which you can apply for all the type of dielectric material or insulation material. I have referred those two textbooks to gather the particular information regarding testing. You will be getting more information if you refer those two textbooks. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you found this channel useful, please do subscribe. Thank you for your continuous support.